Hello everyone, welcome to the color lesson of OL3600. Today we're going to learn how you can use color accessibly in Canvas. While authoring your course, there may be times when you want to change the color of a word or a sentence for a variety of reasons. To ensure that this text remains accessible to all students, there are a couple of things to keep in mind. First of all, how do you do this? It's fairly simple. You highlight the word, go to the text color menu, and pick the color you want. Now, first, you need to make sure that the color you're changing it to remains sufficiently contrasted with the white background of the page. The contrast ratio between the text and the background should be at least 4.5 to 1 according to WCAG 2.0 standards. But how can you tell this? You might notice in this lesson we've included a table that shows you all the different colors available on Canvas and what their contrast ratio is. Anything below the 4.5 mark is not acceptable. Now, we've used tools to calculate these contrast ratios, so how can you tell just by looking at them? A simple way to do this within Canvas is to use the built-in accessibility checker. Simply select the check accessibility icon, and any text that does not meet contrast ratio standards is going to get flagged. Here you'll see there's 17 issues on the page, most likely because we have this table full of inaccessible colors. Luckily, it gives you an easy way to change the color to make sure it meets these standards. You can drag it along this gradient here, and as soon as you reach the 4.5 to 1 ratio, you're allowed to apply that change and go on to the next color. Earlier in this lesson, we mentioned that there's other tools you can use to check color. There's browser add-ons like ColorZilla that will allow you to highlight any color on a page and learn the HTML hex code that's associated with this color. You can then put these into websites like the WebAIM Color Contrast Checker to calculate the ratio. Now, if you're not comfortable working with HTML code or using these external tools, the built-in checker in Canvas should be good enough for anything that you're doing. Besides color contrast, the second thing to keep in mind is that not everyone can see color. Someone using a screen reader to access your course won't know if text is black, white, red, blue, or any other color. So with that in mind, make sure you're not using color alone to convey any sort of information, such as highlighting a specific word or phrase that students are supposed to pay attention to. There should be another method that students using a screen reader can use to understand this information. Now that you know how to use color in Canvas in an accessible way, you can continue on to the quiz for this lesson. Thanks for watching.